Hello, year 8. I hope you're all well and working hard at home. So this week I want us to think about the question, what is the legacy of slavery? So that word legacy, that means the impact of slavery. And this is particularly relevant at the moment because you will have seen the images and videos of the awful murder of George Floyd in the USA 2 weeks ago. You will have seen last week, probably on social media, Blackout Tuesday. Some of you may well have filled your Instagram feeds with a black square. You will have also seen over the weekend protests in the UK, anti-racism protests. And perhaps some of you are thinking, well, why are people protesting in the middle of a virus? I can't go out with my friends. What's going on? This is a really complicated issue. Racism caused slavery, and slavery has caused racism. Racism is an issue that hasn't gone away. I think some of us might think naively that racism is not a problem today, but I was talking to some of my friends over the weekend who were sharing some of the experiences that they've received, some of the racist comments and attitudes that they've faced recently, not 10 years ago, not 15 years ago, but in the last few months, in the last few weeks. So I think it's naive to think that racism is not a problem. And this lesson is going to ask you to think about what the impact of the slave trade is. You will have seen images and videos of statues being pulled down around the UK, statues of slave traders. You might be thinking, well, yes, those statues should come down. Or you might be thinking, well, hang on, that's history. Do the statues need to come down? Does that matter? What you need for today is you need a pen, a piece of paper, and you need an open mind. You need to be thinking about things from a different point of view. So at the end, I will ask you to take your piece of paper and share your thoughts with somebody. That can be the people at home. You can have a conversation on the phone with a friend about it. Just talk to somebody about what you think about the issues that surround some of the questions I'll be asking you throughout this PowerPoint. Okay, off you go. Okay, I'm on slide 2 now, and you can see a picture of a road sign called Penny Lane, and you can see a YouTube link which is going to play you the song Penny Lane by the Beatles. Probably one of the most famous songs the Beatles have written, and Penny Lane is probably one of the most famous streets in the world. Hundreds of thousands of people travel to Liverpool every year to come and have their photo taken out next to the sign Penny Lane. There's a debate, should it be renamed? Go on to slide 3 as well. That's a school in Bristol, Colston Primary School, that again is thinking about changing their name. And when you go on to slide 4, you'll see why both of these things, there is some debate about whether or not they should have their name changed. Okay, I'm on slide 5 now. Now, if you're watching this on a video, the links that you need, the YouTube clip and the 3 BBC News article clips, links are on the bottom of Show My Homework. So you will need to click on those to read the articles, watch the news clip and watch the sort of people talking. This is really complicated. For some people, they say, pull the statues down. These statues should never have been put there in the first place. They commemorate the actions of people who did terrible things in the slave trade. Some people have said, yes, but it's history, so keep them there because we need to confront the past. We can't just pull it down and pretend it hasn't happened. And other people have said that if we take them down, it means we're judging people with our sort of morals of today, when back in the time these statues went up, people didn't have the opinions of slavery that we have today. So there's no right or wrong answer about this. It's about you thinking about what you think about it. So have a read, answer the questions on your piece of paper, talk to somebody about it. I'm on slide 6 now. Again, if you're watching this on a video instead of on the PowerPoint, you will need to click on the BBC Newsround article at the bottom on Show My Homework, where it says the web links. Okay, I'm on slide 8 now, and again this is another YouTube link which is at the bottom on Show My Homework. It's Martin Luther King speaking in 1967, saying that people only riot when nobody's listening to them. So watch the clip, jot down what you think. And now on slide 9, the 2 clips you need to be looking at. One is the former Archbishop of Canterbury, who visited the slave pits in Zanzibar in 2007. That's a YouTube clip that you need to watch, and a BBC News article discussing whether or not Britain should make a formal apology for the slave trade. Okay, I'm on the last slide now, where it says at the top, what can I do? Well, as it says there, take it all in and truly absorb the information and situation that is around you. Don't bury your head in the sand. Don't pretend it isn't happening. George Floyd may have been thousands of miles away, but racism is all around us. It's in the UK as well. So what can you do? Well, you can take a stand. You can reach out to people. You can call out racism and prejudice where you see it. You can sign petitions. You can write to leaders if you want to. But above all else, talk to somebody about it. Take that piece of paper that you've been collating your thoughts on and share your views and responses with someone today. That can be the people at home. You can share them with me via Show My Homework or email, and I'll look forward to reading them. Thank you ever so much for taking part, and hopefully I'll get to speak to you soon.